but we have everyone very spread. It's hard to make friends when you're distant from others, I think. So maybe if you're inclined, to make friends or to get a better look at your choice of friends, maybe if we all move just a little bit forward, maybe we can say the first 4 rows. I think that's fairly generous. Just to make also our speaker for tonight not feel so lonely. Feel like she has some friends. I think that's the key. Sorry Amanda, sorry Naomi, sorry Joanna, that's the 5th row. That's the 6th row even. You guys are actually at the front because you're singing right now. Yes, Sarah, you're too far back. Naomi? Come, we're all friends. And what about you? What about you? You going to be there? All right, it's good enough. You get a C for effort, an E for effort. E is right before F, so it's not the greatest result, but well done. Welcome singers. We have our lovely Cosman angels. And interesting enough, we have Rebecca Cosman speaking tonight. So there's a lot of, we're representing the Cosman brand, which is amazing. So are our singers ready? I think they're ready. And our singers' eyesight is 20/20 tonight, because as you can see, they're both well equipped. Do you want to share a screen? What's the screen? What's the song? Oh, it's a song.
Do you want me to get online? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Thanks, guys. There's still a void. Like, to be honest, I just feel for Beck. I just feel for you, Beck. You sure? You sure? Okay, you said it. As you may have already figured out, we have Rebecca Cosman speaking not speaking to us, speaking with us, because everyone is given an opportunity to speak together. We have Beck speaking with us tonight about choosing our friends. And I think it's a very important topic because they say you're the average of the five most people that you hang around. So, and usually those 5 people are, your friends. So I think choosing those 5 people who determine who we are is probably a very, very important skill to have. So I won't take any more thunder from what Beck is about to say, but it's a new series on friendship. This is the beginning of, and I'll leave the floor to you, Beck. Thanks for your time and effort in preparing for us. Thank you.
Hello, how y'all doing? At the monastery, getting ready for this mentally. So yeah, choosing my friends. It's a big one because we like to think that we all have a lot of friends. So I think as well, choosing them requires a lot of wisdom and a lot of understanding as well. So hopefully, I guess like my goal for today, I'm not going to talk for very long, and I also want you guys to jump in as well. And something that my friends know, whenever I ask a question, I'm very patient. I will not continue until I get a response. So I'll stand here for like half an hour if that needs that. So I would love your engagement with this as well, because this is a discussion. So are we cool with that? Yeah, mad. Okay, cool. So the word friend, it's something that we tend to use very casually, and we call people that we can, have like a simple acquaintance with a friend, okay? I'm going to do this activity with you guys real quick, and it's the only instance I'm going to allow this. I want you guys to get out your phones, if you have social media, if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, okay? I just want you to go to one of those apps. So go to one of the two. And I just want you guys to if you don't have social media, go to your contacts list. If you don't have social media, go to your contacts list. Okay. All right. I want you, if you're on Facebook, if that's the app that you chose, I want you to look at the number of friends that you guys have. If you're on Instagram, I'll say the number of people that you're following, and then your contacts list, how many people you have in your contacts list. You're following, how many people you're following, yeah. Do you guys have your numbers? Yeah, it's a lot. So just by looking at those numbers, do you guys think that you are would you say that, maybe if you were to scroll into the first 5 people, 5 is the magic number for today. If you were to scroll to the first 5 people, would you say that they are your close friends? Would you say that they're friends that you could, hey, are you free at the moment? If you need a hand, Tim, very good. Good choice in friends. If they're someone that you could trust with something. The algorithm, maybe, yeah. Yeah, but out of those, say for instance, say you have 1,000 Facebook friends, or you're following 1,000 people on Instagram. How many of them would you say that are actually your friends? That you actually could just quickly strike up a conversation with? Hey, you free to hang out tonight? Not all 1,000, I would assume. Some of them you're probably friends from primary school, or friends that you probably met once in your life, or some you probably never even met before, but they're considered your friends, right? They're your Facebook friends. They're your social media friends, right? So we can have this, what I'm trying to prove here is we coin the term friends very loosely, very, very loosely. I could say a story or about, this friend of mine. It could just be someone that I haven't spoken to in years, but are they really my friend? Are they someone that I'm, in constant contact with? It's someone that I'm talking to all the time, or someone that I can rely on, things like that. So I'm not going to give a definition of what a friend is, But I am going to give you guys types of friends, okay? Because as we grow and as we develop, we're going to be exposed to different environments where we're going to meet different people. And whether it be, school, work, church, social media, through your hobbies, like sports and things like that, you will have, how will I know whether I can, know that this is going to be a good friend? Is this going to be someone that's going to stay in my life for a long time? And they're not really things that you think about when you meet someone. You're just thinking, oh, I'm just going to be friendly with this person. So that 1,000 people that you're friends with on Facebook, you could be really friendly with them. But are they your friends? Okay. So this just raises an important point that I would want you guys to kind of remember throughout this is you can't change the people around you, but you can choose the people around you. Okay. Whoever has the, press it. Yeah. You can't choose the people around you. You can't change the people around you, but you can choose the people around you. Okay. So I'll get you to continue. Cool. I remember when I was, and I'm sure some of you guys can probably relate to this, when I was 13, I came up with a business proposal. You already know. I came up with a business proposal with one of my closest friends at the time that I was 13. I'm 25 this year. I haven't had contact with that person since. And at that time, I thought, oh, we're going to stick this out. We're going to actually do this. You get caught up in, the hype of everything, right? I'm not going to tell you guys what my business idea is, because I don't want you to take it. But the point I'm trying to say is dynamics change and situations can change. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing. We're going to constantly meet new people. And this is also I'm not going to really get into this, but for guys and girls as well, friendships are quite different, okay? Guys, for instance, the main difference between guys making friends, I was talking to my friends today, my brother has had the same friends since high school, and they're still close friends today, and he's how old is he? He's 34. And he's had the same friends since year 11, year 12. Whereas for girls, it can be quite different. Girls, we can go through friends like flies, It's very, and that's not to bag us out or anything, but dynamics change, our emotions change, our needs change. And so our friends are going to change, the people around us are going to change. And that could be the same for guys as well. If you're an emotional guy or something, or you're really in tune with yourself, it can be quite different for you as well. So, that's why it's important that choosing your friends is an important decision to make, okay? Because you're constantly changing, and so are they, okay? So there's someone to kind of meet those needs and to complement them. Is that making sense so far? Thank God. There are so many different personalities and characteristics out there. Again, this is why we take choosing friends seriously, but also it's not something that we really think about. When I meet someone for the first time, I meet Jonah for the first time, I'm not going to think, oh, yeah, we'll be tight later on. I may not meet him for another couple of years, right? Things change, okay? But it's not something that I'm going to think about. It's just in the moment. So, in saying that, because there are so many different types of people and situations, these people can have different roles and functions in your life. So, I am going to talk about these 3 different types of friends, 3 points. So, I will talk about 3 points. The first type of friends are your utility friends. So these are friends that that can help you out with a favor, or you're just really well acquainted with them. An example here, if we're going to talk biblical, is the story of the paralytic man. And how he came through these 2 guys, just made a hole in someone's roof, put him down, and asked Christ to heal him, right? Do we know if they were even friends with the paralyzed man? We don't even know if they knew him, or if they just saw him on the street and he just needed help. This is a kind of a utility friend, someone that, can help me out with a favor, okay? But you're not really I'm not going to tell you everything that you need to know about my life. Okay? Like, how you been? Yeah, yeah. It's like all of a sudden, oh, do you have a ute? Like, it's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. So I was asking, I don't have a ute. JP has a ute. Okay. That's your kind of utility friends, all right? Second type, and by the way, this is not like scientific or anything like that. This is just generic. Some people say there are 7 types of friends, but this is just a random 3, because 3 is like the magic number, okay? Second type are your phase friends. These are people that can come and go in and out of your life, depending on the stage that you're in your life. And it's kind of something that is also a little bit out of our control sometimes. I can have, a friend at uni that I meet purely because we're in the same course or in the same classes. We finish uni, I might not see them again. That's cool. It's a phase. We go through different phases. We're going to meet different people in those phases. And finally, your soul friends. These people are golden, which is why I tried to go with like a bright color. These are people that, you're closer than a brother. These people are golden. You could probably go a month without seeing this person, but you meet again, and it's like nothing ever changed. This is someone that you can rely on, someone you can always reach out to. Okay? In Proverbs 17:17, it says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." What that means is the person that's there for you through your toughest times, that is your brother. That is someone that is your family. Okay? And from that friendship can come a fruitful relationship with them as well. So, we're going to do a quick little reason why I have them color-coded, is the word. Have you guys ever read the book of Sirach? Yeah? I'm seeing some, shakes. I highly recommend it. It's in, the Orthodox Study Bible. It's kind of like Proverbs and Psalms had a baby and made the book of Sirach. It's just full of wisdom, and it's so relatable. The stuff in there is crazy relatable. It talks about, your work colleagues, how to pick your friends, how to deal with rough situations, family members. It's got everything in there that you could possibly think of. So, highly check it out. So, on the next slide, we're going to read a bit of it. So, in Sirach chapter 6, verses 5 to 17, it talks about friendship and choosing your friends. So, I do have it in 3 parts, which are going to cover those 3 phases of friends: your utility phase and soul friends. So, I'll just read it just to make it easier for you guys. "Pleasant speech multiplies friends, and gracious lips friendly greetings. Let those who are friendly to you be many, but 1 in 1,000 you're confident. When you gain friends, gain them through testing, and do not be quick to trust them. For there are friends when it suits them, but they will not be around in time of trouble. Another is a friend who turns into an enemy and tells of the quarrel to your disgrace." How many of you can probably relate to maybe 2 of those verses that are on that screen? This is just the first part. Okay, so in verse 5, it talks about pleasant speech multiplies friends, and gracious lips friendly greetings. Friends can be won by you just speaking kindly to them, just being a genuinely nice, kind person. Why do some people seem to have lots of friends and others very few? What do you guys think? Sometimes you can see someone that's whoa, they're surrounded by so many friends, and then that person's probably only got 5. It's a hard question. I'm not going to do that thing where I'm standing here and wait, because it is a hard question, and everyone is going to have their own individual answer to it. But maybe one of the reasons is to find a friend, one has to first be a friend. You have to be the friend that you want to have in your life. You got to be that friend first. Proverbs 16:28 A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. So to speak kindly means to do the opposite of, talking badly about one of your friends. If something goes well for your friend, are you going to, and I also don't want to steal the thunder for the next couple of topics that you guys are going to have, but choosing those friends that speak kind words, that are not talking to you badly about someone else or spreading a rumor about someone else. Okay, you don't want to have that gossip in front of you. And there's a lot in the Bible about gossiping as well. So that's just the crux of that. In verse 6, this is why I got you guys to that little activity at the beginning, to check how many Facebook friends you have. Let those who are friendly to you be many, but 1 in 1,000 you're confident. I did this activity with my friends. I have under 300 friends on Facebook, but I could count on one hand how out of all those friends, probably 5 that I would trust to be my confidant. People to whom that you're friendly with can be a lot of people. You can be friendly with a lot of people, but a close advisor, a confidant, will be 1 in 1,000. And like we said, the word friend can be used very loosely, but what we're speaking of here is genuine friendship as well. And true friendships, which are based on genuine love, take time to develop. Sometimes we think me and this friend, we just clicked, it just happened. Yeah, the chemistry's there, that's great. But to, have that mutual attraction is not enough. It takes time to develop trust between you and a friend as well. And that's when it says, you gain them through testing. Do not be quick to trust them. Okay? Doesn't mean literally go out of your way and test your friend. Are they going to be there for me? I'm going to try something out. Are they going to go and hire a ute for me because I need a ute? Not like that. Say something happens, you're in a bit of a rut, and you reach out to them. In a way, it's a test, but you're not intentionally testing them. You're just kind of subconsciously sussing out, are they going to be there for me? Does anyone have questions about this section? This kind of more talks about your utility friends, I would say. People that are just kind of there. All good? Hectic. All right, press the... Amazing. Yeah, so there's a little bit of overlap. Yeah, so the 1 in 1,000, you're confident. That's your soul friend. I probably should have done this. That's kind of your soul friend, That 1 in 1,000, that treasure that you find, that diamond in the rough, okay? And, gain them through testing as well, because they might be a phase friend. It could just be someone that's it's just convenient that they're in the same class as me at uni. That's cool, Cool. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Okay, verses 10 to 13. Others are friends, table companions, but they cannot be found in time of affliction. When things go well, they are your other self and lord it over your servants. If disaster comes upon you, they turn against you and hide themselves. Stay away from your enemies and be on guard with your friends. This is also, this is a heavy one. So these are kind of your, I would say your phase friends. I can't remember my color coding. I think it is the phase ones. So these are more your phase friends. These are your table companions, your acquaintances, people that you're quite friendly with, okay? They're not going to be someone that's just going to be there for you, waiting around they're there on call all the time, If I've met one person one time and I know they have a ute, I'm gonna call them and be like, hey, can I borrow your ute? Are you free this day? But they're not that person that I'm gonna be like, hey, are you free for coffee and for a catch up or something? It's a different dynamic. Okay, so these are your table companions, your acquaintances. And they cannot be found in time of affliction. So that kind of reinforces that point as well. They're that phase friend, that utility friend. You want friends that when things go well for you, they encourage you. They congratulate you. They are happy for you. They're not going to be your other self. They're not going to turn around and be like, oh, but I did something better than them. Like, this is probably better than that, what they did. Okay? They're going to be genuinely happy for you in that moment. Okay? They're not going to want to, display any like kinds of jealousy towards you. That may be their own things that they can go through on their own, but you'd want them to be happy for you. They want to see you happy. Okay? So choosing friends that, you can kind of be excited to share some really good news with, they're the ones that you kind of want to stick around. They're good energy. Okay? It's ironic though, because in verse 13 it says, be on guard with your friends. Which is a little bit interesting, right? Because if we're talking now about choosing a friend that's going to, support us, encourage us, and kind of be there for us in times of trouble, we still have to be on guard with our friends, okay? Because like I said earlier, dynamics change, situations change, things can happen in life that are out of our control. And something may happen with you and this friend. There may be a shift in, your relationship with this person. And it happens. Like, it is the unfortunate case that it does happen. And yeah, look, it'll suck. But this is why we choose friends wisely. Okay? That even if something were to happen between you and a friend, you have that communication. You can talk it out. You can hash it out. Okay? So Sirach in this kind of section, he kind of advises us, to keep clear of those who are even hostile towards us. And going to actually move on, yes. Okay, next part. Thank you. Sweet. This part's nice. This is about your soul friends. I love talking about soul friends. Okay. Faithful friends are a sturdy shelter. Whoever finds one finds a treasure. Faithful friends are beyond price. No amount can balance their worth. Faithful friends are life-saving medicine. Those who fear God will find them. Those who fear the Lord enjoy stable friendship, for as they are, so will their neighbors be. I think that's really nice. Like, it's a nice little section to kind of have in there. When you guys, for like verses 14 to 17, does anything stick out for you guys that, you guys think maybe is, you don't relate to it, you disagree with it, or anything like that? Do you guys think that this is a really good description of someone you can think of in your life? Yeah, it's nice to see nods. Thank God. Thank God you guys have friends. True friendship is based on love. And where there is love, God is present because God is love. Yeah? It's a simple, like, Sunday school line, but it's so, so true. Okay? And if God is infinite, then love is infinite as well. When I first read this, when I first ever came across this part, I was like, I don't even know where to start in this section, because it just describes that soul friend so beautifully. Like, they're a sturdy shelter. There's someone that you can kind of just go to if you need something. Someone that you can just call up. They're going to make the time to listen to you. If you're going through a rough time, then they're going to be there for you. They're a treasure. Like I said, like that diamond in the rough. They're just, like, if you guys can think of that one close friend that you guys have, you're just like, yeah, like, they're golden. Like, they're solid, right? No amount can balance their worth. Like, you can't even begin to compare them. Like, that kind of friend. This part is like, this is so beautiful. They're a life-saving medicine. In another translation, it says, faithful friends are the elixir of life. I know, bro. Like, it's like the elixir of life. Like, they just make your life, They make it, okay? And those who fear the Lord enjoy stable friendship. And in a time that we're living now, like, having any kind of stability can be really, really hard. Jobs changing, degrees changing, life changing, everything's changing. So to have a stable relationship simply because of, our fear for the Lord as well. I did want to, kind of keep this to a certain point, which I've kind of deviated from, but I'll get to it now. Whoever fears the Lord makes true friends. The last phrase can mean like, one's friends are as dear to me as my own self. I may think of my own self as my own friend sometimes, which is fine. But also, if you want your friends to kind of be like yourself, for instance, they've got to be God-fearing. They don't have to be God-fearing. It's ideal. It works in your own journey to God. But like I said, you're going to come across people in your life that may not have the fear of God. Do you guys think that's all right? If you have friends that are not from this community? It's not a trick question, yeah. Like, it's okay. It's okay if your friends are not Christians. It's okay, I promise. It's okay to have friends out of the community. You can have a really close friend that may not be within the Egyptian community. It could be outside the community. They may not be God-fearing, okay? But this can be that one person that, you can turn to, all right? It's nice to have that one close soul friend within the community too, okay? But when we live in truth, this is kind of like the crux. When we live in truth, when we live in integrity, we live in God. So we're going to most likely make friends whose lives are also based on truth and integrity. And there can really be no other kind of true friend than that as well. In Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, it says, "Therefore encourage one another and build one another up just as you are doing." Which is nice. Yeah, I saw a couple of smiles. I saw you guys. I saw some smiles. It is nice. Encourage each other, build each other up. When it comes to choosing friends, like I said, it is challenging. You can't change the personalities that are around you, but you can choose the people that are around you. You can choose those personalities that you can have around you in your life. And again, in saying this, we can have instances with people that we think are our soul friend, that friend that fits in every single one of those yellow categories. But something can happen. You can drift apart, okay? And that's okay. These are the instances that we ask God to have the ability to discern and make decisions about our friends. And I think this is something that honestly, I feel like we don't do. I personally struggle doing this. I sometimes forget because it's not something I think about. But praying about my friends. Not praying for your friends. That's different. Praying for my friend's situation to get better. Praying for my friend in this job or this situation that they're in. But praying about my friends. Is this friend going to be fruitful for me in my life? Are they going to bring me closer to you? Are they going to actually take me away from you? If they're going to take me away from you, keep them as my phase friend. Keep them as my utility friend. Praying about your friends. And it's not something that we think about either. Like I said, it's not something that comes across your mind very often. But it helps. It helps when, something may happen. You avoid disappointment. And that's not just to protect yourselves as well a little bit. In Job 42:10, when you guys know the story of Job, yeah? You guys know the story of Job, right? Okay. Everyone just looked at me, they're like, oh, okay, good. Okay, so the story of Job, he went through hell and back, essentially, okay? He got everything taken away from him. And then at one point, his mates were like, where is your God? Were they really supportive of him? Nah, they were just kind of hating on him a little bit. But in Job 42 verse 10, and this is something so beautiful, and I actually skimmed over it, and I was like, whoa, let's go back. When Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes, giving him twice as much as before. I get goosebumps every time I read it. Twice as much as before because he prayed for his friends. He could have stuck with them and be like, you know what, you guys are right. He took everything away from me. I'm just gonna turn my back on him. But instead, he prayed for his friends. He had that much faith in God that he was just like, no, he's got my back. It's fine. He prayed for his friends. I don't know what this prayer is or what this prayer was. I would like to think it was, God soften their hearts towards you. Make them see that, you know what's right for us and for the situation. And then God gave him back twice as much as what he had already. Like, just imagine, I don't know who's like a really rich person today. I don't know, like Jeff Bezos or something. It's like the first person that came to mind. Like what he had, gone, restored to him twice as much because he prayed for his friends, which I think is really beautiful. The final verse I want to share is from Proverbs 27:9. Oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. Which is quite nice. Having a friend that you can kind of turn to, oh lol, that's not it. That's all right. It's okay. I was going to end it with this prayer for you guys, but that's cool. We can read it while I talk. It's okay. Having a friend that, can give you counsel, give you a little bit of their own wisdom, their own advice, is something that's really sweet as well. Something that I like doing to kind of know, is this something that I can, someone I can really trust, someone that I can kind of lean on, is have them as like your prayer buddy, or like a Bible buddy, or someone that you keep in constant communication with. If they're not someone within the community, not within a God-fearing community, that's okay. Someone that I can, they're communicating with me all the time, I'm communicating with them. It doesn't have to be like constant messaging and calling every single day, like 24/7. Like, it's not realistic, Like, I've got a friend that I see once a month. We've been friends since preschool. But I see them like once a month, right? But this is someone that I can trust. They have proved themselves to me time and time again. If we just quickly go back a slide, if that's okay. They have proven that in verse 7, through testing. Through times where I needed them, they were there. Times I needed some guidance, some counsel, they were there. They may not have been there to pick up the phone every single time, but they'll call you back, okay? Or they'll reach back to you, okay? Friendship it's a two-way street, and that's probably something you guys may hear like in the upcoming talks that you have. It's a two-way street. You don't want to be the only person putting in the effort, the only person reaching out. It's a two-way street. Okay, choosing friends that can put you first as well. Someone that just simply communicates with you. Hey, sorry, like I can't actually make this. Can we just reschedule it? Yeah, that's cool. No worries. Someone that's honest as well. So I recommend you guys like go back and read this section of Sirach for yourselves. It is a very beautiful book. Like the whole book of Sirach is just insane. But chapter 6 is 5 to 17 is really lovely and does help, with discerning, the right kinds of friends and choosing your friends. Quick trivia, what are the 3 kinds of friends? Yeah, utility, phase, and soul, mad. So can someone give me an example of like a utility friend? The ute guy. No, I shouldn't have used that example. Yeah, like a utility friend. What's a utility friend? It's actually nice that you guys remember that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like the story of like, helping the paralytic through the roof. Yeah. You guys got a ute, I can borrow. Yeah, mad. Okay, a utility friend. Someone that you know's around that can just help you out with a quick favor. No. An example of a phase friend? Uni friends. Okay, what if I don't go to uni? Hey? Day friends. Oh, TAFE friends. Yeah, cool. Yeah, like people in different areas, like different phases of your life, essentially. Could be like work, school, whatever it is, okay? So different phases of your life. And a soul friend. Just throw me like one word to describe a soul friend. Genuine? Yeah? It's literally on the screen. Like, treasure, yeah, treasure. Or sturdy, stable, life-saving. Like, how insane are those words? Like, yeah, like those are crazy descriptions to describe like your soul friend. And you don't need to have like 1,000 soul friends. If you have 1,000 soul friends, that's amazing. But having that handful of, you know, golden soul friends is helpful. Okay. So I did want to end it with a quick prayer. That if you guys want to pray about your friends, something that you guys can kind of keep for yourselves. I've prayed it before, and like it's something that I just came across, like from one of the fathers. I can't remember who it was, but I should have referenced it. But it is beautiful, you know, asking for wisdom when it comes to choosing friends, you know, and again, it's not something that we really think of doing when we're choosing our friends, I guess. I'm not gonna, should I read it? Okay. I'll make it the prayer. Amazing. Yeah, so, yeah, that's that. I hope that was like a good introduction to like your Friends series. Like I said, you can be very friendly with a lot of people around you, but you know, your friends, you know, fall into those little categories that we kind of spoke about. And yeah, I hope you guys have your soul friends and someone that has a ute, ideally. Like, yeah. JP's got a ute, guys, just saying JP has a ute. And yeah, cool. Glory be to God for a Roman. Thanks, guys.